Next up, I'd like to talk about Shinobue, the very instrument I just started that Naruto song with. Um, I'm Japanese. I grew up in Japan. I left when I was 20 years old, so I graduated from Japanese schools and everything. And so I wish I could say like, yeah, I've been playing Shinobi all my life, and I've been playing the Koto for 10 years or something like that. But no, not at all. I got the Shinobue 2 months ago, and I got the Koto a month and a half ago. So I'm so grateful that I could even play today. But so Shinobue, learning how to play Shinobue has been an adventure and plus. So Shinobue is an extremely hard instrument to play. So like first few days that I got Shinobue, it was kind of like it was like that for days. So and then to make the matter more complicated for a beginner, this says 8. And this says, for example, 6 in Japanese. So what does that mean? So this means this Shinobue is for C major. This Shinobue is for B major, B flat major, I'm sorry, B flat major. So basically every key that you play, you have to learn the new Shinobue. And then you might think like, oh, they look similar enough. And no, they are not. They're not. Like, okay, so yeah, the length is different, the whole sizes, and then, like the placement different. So, you know, so it's kind of complicated. So you have to get used to it, but make the matter even more complicated though. So you think that if it's a C major, the same kind, they're both C major right here, okay. So then you would think they're the same. They're not. How could they be different? Okay, so if I put the same mouthful right here, they're slightly different. You might think, yeah, it's close enough. It's not, because even if you are like 1 millimeter off, 1 millimeter, I'm so Japanese right now, 1 millimeter off, it won't sound, like that. I can't be doing that in the middle of a song. So, and so that, basically what it is every Shinobue is unique. So this is a very primitive instrument. So basically this is a bamboo stick, and they took the inside part out and they put holes. That's it. So very primitive, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like this instrument so much, even though this is so difficult, because it's so primitive, it's close to nature. It sounds so simple and just reminds me of this, like Japanese countryside or something. I just love it. But nonetheless, it's extremely finicky because it's so primitive. So, that I was researching, and then I read some, people say like, well, you have to meet the right one. You have to find the compatible Shinobue for you, because your mouth shape is different, your teeth shape are different, the way you blow the air is different. So you have to, meet the right one. But okay, how can I meet the right Shinobue if I'm just ordering online from United States? Like, it's not like I just have to take whatever they gave me in the mail. And even if I was in Japan, and if I go to the store, do you think I can try it? Like, okay, well, let me just play this, put in my like breath and everything, and then say, oh, what, I don't like this, can I see another one? No, of course not. I mean, especially during this pandemic, there's no way. So basically you have to adjust to whatever the Shinobue you got. Now, this is a commitment. This is actually expensive. This one is like $200 plus. Now, this one, a lot cheaper, but it doesn't sound as good as this one. So when I buy a Shinobue, it's a commitment. But it's kind of like marrying a person without meeting a person. Hopefully I'll be compatible. Or like, if this is not compatible to me, I will have to adjust. No, my gosh. Anyway, and for me to make the matter even more complicated, after like 3-4 days of practicing faithfully, like hours on end, not on end, but a lot, I start to itch, like right here. And I'm like, what's going on? And it got worse and worse. Like I start to swell and everything, like get red and swell. And like my lower lip start to get fuller. I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, maybe this is a good look for me. No, it wasn't. It was hideous. So I started to research and found out that some people, like me, can be allergic to the lacquer of this Shinobue, of Shinobue. So the lacquer is called urushi. And so I was thinking, what is urushi then? What am I allergic to? And so I literally went to Google Translate, Japanese, urushi, English, hit enter. And he said, poison ivy! Poison ivy! Can you believe this? This is covered with poison ivy. And I am so allergic to poison ivy. I love disc golfing, but even if it's like 95-degree weather, I wear pants when I'm disc golfing because I love disc golfing, but I suck at it. So my disc will go into the woods and everything. So I'm finding, looking for my disc and everything. So I wear pants all the time because I am that allergic to poison ivy. So it just blew my mind. I was thinking like, who would put this? Like, who would make urushi? Like, aren't you allergic to poison ivy? But I guess, there are people who are not allergic to poison ivy. And so I was really, really sad that I love this Shinobue. I was, falling in love with this instrument, and now I was allergic to it. So my solution was, even if I played 5 minutes, I would wash this area with this thing, poison ivy oil remover, and I can attest that this product works because I've been fine since day. So thank you. And they didn't pay me for this. So anyway, so that was my Shinobue intro, and I'd like to play Princess Mononoke's theme song.